It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. If it's a public service, if there's an issue in your world, you can't sort it out, come to us and we'll try our best. Let's get to today's Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, our neighbor across the street, listen to this. Our neighbor across the street used to be really friendly with me. She would even help me with the trash cans every week, but the past few weeks, she's purposely avoided me. She pulled up to her driveway the other day, and I was watering the front yard. I waved. She didn't wave back. Now, I don't understand that about human beings. I will be running, jogging, or walking past other people, and I will look them in the eye, and I'll say, good morning. And they actually will look at me and not respond.
Yeah.
How is that possible for two people? And it annoys me.
It's getting bad. I held the door open for a bunch of people the other day. Not one person said thank you. And I'm not doing it for the thank you, but like...
I actually am doing it for the thank you. You know what? And I make it clear. I make it very clear. And sometimes under my breath, I'll say, well, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then it's like, I don't say it too loud because I don't want to get into like a street fight. But it really is annoying when you just... How can you not have the decency to say hello back? Or not even hello back, just like, what's up?
Or hey, smile.
Or just pop your head in the air, like nod your head.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the road. So that's a separate... Mark, let's go off on that later. So anyway, she pulls up into her driveway, no wave back, right? Mm-hmm. She says, I'm tracing her change of attitude to when I went out of town with my kids. My husband stayed home. I'm thinking something happened between my husband and her while we were gone. That's it. She's not making eye contact because now she thinks that her husband's messing around with the neighbor.
But
that's the deal.
They could have just gotten into a fight.
Could have been a lot of things. Could have, would have, should have. Let's find out right now. Wendy, we now know everything. She's not engaging. And the question I have is, why would you just assume that your husband would go do something? Have you always worried about your husband? Because that's a pretty big leap.
Well, maybe it's just like I've been listening to too much of, Ryan's Roses and stuff like that.
And it's in your head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty big leap to think that she's not responding to your wave and you just think that your husband's going over there when you're away.
I know. It just seems really odd to me because she was super, super friendly. And, I could be super paranoid. I could, 100%. But, we were good friends before, and now she's not acknowledging. So it just seems like, why would that happen? Why would that suddenly happen when I was gone?
We don't know. People's behavior sometimes we can't figure it out. I don't really need to do much more than say, hold on, because we're going to come back and call your husband and get into it, okay?
Okay.
That's next. We're about to make the call now for Wendy. If you just got here, the bottom line is her neighbor is not now looking her in the eye, and she thinks it's because when Wendy, was out of town, her husband went over and cheated with the neighbor. Mm-hmm. Now, there's got to be something we don't know for you to make that kind of a leap, but let's find out what's going on. Wendy, how long have you been married?
We've been married 12 years.
Is this neighbor married?
Yeah, she's married. She has kids.
All right. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name on Kiss FM.
You have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
And we're going to call him. As a matter of fact, Patty's going to offer him some roses. And what we want to do is find out who is top of mind, who he sends them to, and then what he puts on the card, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's very important. We need you, so we can get the most information and mileage out of this. We need you to stay quiet until we tell him he's on the radio, all right?
Okay.
All right, Wendy, good luck. What's your neighbor's name? I'm curious.
Oh, yeah.
It's Jasmine.
Got it. All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Colton?
Yeah, this is Dee. May I ask who's calling?
Hi, Colton. My name is Vanny. I'm calling from Sprouts Flowers here in front of KFC in Yorba Linda. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. I'm actually calling you because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses today. They're completely free, and you can send them to whoever you want. I don't need any credit card information from you. Just the name of the person you want to send them to and a quick note, and they get delivered today by lunchtime.
Okay. How did you find me? I didn't sign up for any newsletter or anything.
No, we don't have a newsletter, but I believe if the notes here are correct, it shows that you opted to receive coupons and promotions when you made a purchase online recently, maybe in the last 6 months.
Oh, yeah, I probably did that.
Yeah, so they're completely free just because you made that purchase, and we want to go ahead and maybe send these roses to somebody that you care for.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I guess I want to send them to.
Great. Let's start with the name.
The name's Amy.
Amy. And I have red or white flowers. Roses.
I think,
roses.
yeah, let's do white.
White. And what do you want to put on the note?
Can you just write and again, and again, and again?
Sorry, and again?
Yeah.
Colton, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. We have your wife, Wendy, on the line, and you've just sent white roses to Amy saying, and again, and again, and again, and again. Can you explain that to us?
Wait, is this a joke?
It is not a joke. Can you tell us who is Amy?
Amy is a friend of my wife. She's one of her friends.
Well, Wendy, you're on the line. Does this make sense to you?
No. Why would you be sending Amy flowers?
What do you
What's
mean?
going on?
It's a joke between us. You know, it's again and again and again. It's like all the girls trips we take you on. You know how we always joke about that? She's always taking you away from me with all the girls trips and stuff. That's why I'm sending it to her.
Hold on.
But why? What?
What is he saying, Wendy? I don't understand.
I mean, we go out, Amy and I, like on girls' nights and stuff like that. But that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would you?
Just send her roses, dude.
Yeah, why would you send her roses? That doesn't make any sense.
I just was trying. I don't know. I was trying to be just be nice, and we had made a joke about it.
Well, hey, Colton, were you thinking about sending them to Jasmine?
No. Why would I send them to Jasmine?
Oh, you know why you'd send them to Jasmine. Why don't you come clean?
What do you mean? Why? No, I don't. Nothing is happening with our neighbor.
Yes, your neighbor.
No, there's nothing going on with her.
She's been acting super weird.
She's acting weird to your wife.
Yeah, she hasn't looked at me since I went away with the kids.
Well, I have nothing to do with that. I have not even talked to her. She just
This doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't to me
at all.
All right. Can we like not do this like on air right now? Can we?
Well, we're not exactly searching for convenience for you here, Colton. Yeah. What is it you want to say?
What is going on?
I've been seeing Amy.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
And this is your good friend, Wendy?
Yeah.
How long have you been friends with Amy?
I've been friends with Amy for longer than we've been even married.
Yeah,
What the... Colton,
I wanted to tell you a different way, but
well, how considerate. You wanted to tell her. Now, Colton, you're romantically involved with her best friend.
Yes, we've hung out a couple times, and
can we just ask you what the hell is in your head? What are you thinking?
I guess I wasn't thinking. Stuff. Things kind of happen, and you don't know what's going on. And like,
but Colton, you just said you were going to tell your wife differently. What were you going to say when you were going to tell her?
I was. I mean, we haven't been on the best of terms, and she's been busy, and I've been like, you know, like a couple times Amy has stopped by to say hi and check up on me because she knows that, I don't know, she obviously knows about our relationship. You tell her everything, and I don't know, she just, for whatever reason, it led to that, and I didn't want it to, but she was like
she took
kind of
advantage
there.
of you.
Oh yeah, she took advantage of you. Yeah.
You were vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Colton, we have your wife just hearing that you're having an affair with her best friend. Like, do you understand what kind of damage that does for the people around you and your family?
Yeah, I guess I just didn't think about all that.
Wendy,
I'm sorry.
What?
I did. I was. Look, I never meant for this to go as far as this was. I was trying to figure out how to make this end because I knew it wasn't a good thing because of our family, and then it just. I don't know. I guess it's.
If you were thinking about her family, why would you be sending her flowers? If you wanted to end this, why would you send her flowers today?
I don't know what to say.
All right, Colton, gonna hang up on you. Wendy, I don't know what to say. To be honest with you, to think that if you're this person, Amy, is so close to you, and then doing all this behind your back.
That's what I can't get past.
It's just gross.
Yeah.
So, all right. I don't know. Who do you seek first to get into this with? Hold on for 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Does she, do you go and storm into Amy's work or home right now?
Absolutely.
How about the friend? Okay, so.
That's what
husband aside.
Yeah.
Like, husband aside, we've dealt with husbands who've done this.
Yes.
But how about the friend that puts on the face that pretends you're friends while seeing your husband behind your back?
It's so disgusting to me.
What is worse? Honestly, which one hurts the most? Knowing that your husband is cheating on you with your best friend, or knowing that your best friend is cheating on you with your husband and keeping a straight face being your friend? It's bizarre. This Ryan's Roses, I can break it down for you, and I'm just curious to know which is worse, because it's both bad. Wendy and Colton are married, and he's cheating on his wife, Wendy, with her best friend, Amy. Okay? And they're carrying out this act. Both of them one playing the husband, one playing the best friend, both of which are seeing each other. Now, she thought it was her neighbor that her husband was messing around with. So she already doubted her husband. Yeah. She already didn't trust her husband. That's why I'm almost thinking, and maybe this is crazy, but in her mind, she thought her husband was cheating. So isn't it worse to find out that your best friend has done this to you?
It's terrible.
Like, she may have already come to terms that her husband was cheating with the neighbor, but I don't think she thought about the fact that her best friend was the one he was cheating with.
No, but do you know what I hope she does moving forward is whatever she decides to do with her husband, she does the same with her friend. Like, if she decides to work through it with her husband, I hope she works through it with her friend too, and not cut out the friend and stay with the husband.
Oh, I don't know if I feel the same about that.
They're both conniving. They both lost their trust.
They're both conniving. So I don't, in this moment, my knee jerk is to not work it out. But then you calculate family and kids. I'd be more forgiving of her working it out with her husband than I would the friend. I think the friend's out and never back in. Out. Never back in.
True.
Out.
Patty, but so's the husband. Bye.
Well, and it's not just these three people involved. It gets a little bit more complicated because then you have mutual friends
who covered it up.
That are going to end up finding out or covered it up, and then they're going to have to choose from. They're going to choose between Wendy and Amy.
It's bad. But what about friends who knew they covered it up that were accomplices?
We don't know that. Maybe they don't know that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that, but they might.
But we don't.
But we could think that. All right. I'm just curious to see what people think about that. Like, what's worse, finding out about your husband or your best friend is the one? Chelsea, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you guys?
We're good. So, which is worse? Finding out that your husband is cheating and, knowing that, or finding out that it's your best friend that he's cheating with? Who are you more upset with?
I'm more upset with the best friend.
Me too.
men are animals and they act on instinct, but that tells me that the friend was clearly pursuing.
The friend premeditated this killing.
I think so.
This was premeditated killing of the relationship, right? It was thought through.
I think so, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Chelsea. Appreciate your calling. Thanks for listening to us. Let me go to Michelle. Michelle, you lost a friend this way? She kept trying to hit on your husband?
I did. My best friend, actually.
Right, but she's not a friend, so you didn't lose a friend. You lost an enemy.
I did, actually. I lost a dumpster fire.
Yeah, you did. You lost an informant. You lost an undercover spy. You lost a double agent.
Right, which is what Amy is.
Well,
so I wouldn't even be concerned about losing that person.
But in your situation, what happened?
It was like this girl, she would come into my house, and whenever I got up to go to the kitchen to get another beer, she would cozy up next to my husband and start flirting with him. And she thought I didn't notice, and she also thought that my husband was into it, and he wasn't. And he told me everything.
He reported back.
He did, yeah.
What is she thinking that he's not going to be loyal to you in that situation? I mean, that's intentionally trying and her clearly not caring about your friendship at all.
Not a bit.
You did the right thing by cutting her out. Thanks for calling. Again, we had a lot of calls from people saying that they felt like it was worse to know that it was the best friend. Like, it would have been bad knowing it was their husband, but so much worse it being the best friend. Mm-hmm. And if the other conversation was, well, if she's going to take one of them back, which would it be? I don't say the friend at all.
Well, I think neither.
Right. But there's kids too.